Welcome to the Aftershow. It's a reason to try the pulse of gaming. The culture's greatest stride. With every click and sound, the heartbeat of our dream. We dive into the depths where passion let's exceed. Turn it all down in. The Aftershow begin. Our soldiers of the spotlight. We're getting never ends. Passion under passion. The topics to explore. On it cannot dorm the sound to enter. In the world we know, we're breaking through the noise. Till the fire is high. With games and culture's voice.
What it do, Naysayer Nation? We are back with the After Show podcast, coming to you live during the blizzard of the decade.
Blizzard of 2026.
Yeah.
How bad do you guys have it?
I stepped outside briefly. Feels like about 6 inches in my neighborhood.
Oh wow, we have probably close to 2 feet.
Yeah, I mean that's Massachusetts. It's God's way of punishing you.
It's up to Wilson's chest.
Yeah, haven't had one of those in many years. The last massive blizzard that we had in PA was when I was a kid, and I remember it being big. I remember the snow being big enough where we could actually build a tunnel coming outside of my house and walking under it. And walking under it. School was closed literally for like a week, like an actual week. School was closed. It was best time. One of the best times of my childhood. Was like actually a ton of fun. I just got to play in the snow, watch cartoons and movies, and play video games. It was great.
Now the snow is like expected to be so bad that my wife's school canceled school tomorrow yesterday, and they usually wait.
Oh yeah, schools, especially around it, especially in my area, the schools would always like drag their feet.
Yeah.
Like they actually made us go during a hurricane one time.
I'm glad though. It's a lot of snow, but it's not like heavy. It's very, very light. Yeah. So like I was like barely putting any effort into pushing it off the deck. It was just a lot. So like, and I kept like hitting the nails on my shovel, which was annoying.
It was very it felt very fluffy. I briefly stepped on the porch to check on the progress because the salt I had left, I had had to ration my bag. I had like 30 pounds left, and I did a couple pass throughs before, right when the snow started, so that I wouldn't accumulate too much. When I stepped on the porch to test it out, wasn't too bad. So I think just my neighborhood in general got off pretty easy compared to some of the other places. So that's always a blessing, because now that I'm a grown up, snow does nothing for me except be annoying.
Yeah, I exactly. So I agree completely.
Can't get delivery. It's just irritating.
Yeah. Well, today's been a very good day. My new favorite singer, Cardi B, her man is going to the Super Bowl.
Oh, really? I had no idea you knew who Cardi B was, honestly.
Of course I know who Cardi B is. She's like apparently now the biggest Patriot fan in the world. So actually,
that's why you know who Cardi B is.
Well, Stephon Diggs is our wide receiver, and one of his like 17 kids is hers. She just had it. I think there's also 3 other women right now that are having one of his kids. So yeah, he's not a smart dude. So But he bagged Cardi B, so I guess he's doing all right.
I mean, getting her pregnant is a pretty smart move. Like the rest of them are probably a drain on his bank account, but Cardi's rich. so
yeah, but it's been wild when they like show the Patriots owner like his press box and he's like sitting next to Cardi B. So that's happened a couple times this year. So
I mean, she's your Taylor Swift, so
I'll take it. I mean, Tom Brady had Giselle, and I guess now we have Cardi B.
There you go.
Although Drake May's wife has become extremely popular. It's like literally his high school sweetheart, and she's just his wife basically, and he's only 23, which says everything that you need to know. They're both very young, but this Christmas she did what she called Bakemas on Instagram, where she like baked something new every day, and Patriot fans were like so wild in the comments, like make sure you tuck Drake in at night, and like all sorts of comments like that, and like, oh, those look delicious. I hope you're feeding the offensive line well. Like it was like the most wholesome content ever. And so now like a lot of places are starting to feature her. Like Barstool did a huge thing with her. So yeah, exactly, Eastwood. So
what's up, chat? Can't forget you guys. Shout out to Geo for making sure he's first. Eastwood, we got Moist, we got Super Patrick, we got Calvin. What's up, Spider Greek? Spider, what's up? J Shock Blast, Glazing Aloud. Okay, LTM, what up? What's up, Nova? What's up, Nava Flow? What's up, Roderick? Appreciate everyone. What's up, Eric? It's been a minute. We are back. We got a lot to talk about. A lot has happened this week in news that Jay Shockblast is not cultured enough to care about. We got the announcement of the new Dragon Ball Super anime, which many people are very excited about. We had some big Marvel Rivals drama this week, which further increased Jay's hatred of Black Widow players.
Absolutely. 100%.
We had James Gunn showing off some Lobo, Jason Momoa, perfect casting as we knew it would be. We had an Xbox showcase, and Fable might be back. Love to see it. Ubisoft had more very bad news unfortunately that we go over, and most importantly, tomorrow could be the launch of the biggest game of 2026, High Guard. after weeks of silence since the unfortunate appearance at the finale of the Game Awards, High Guard has broken its silence. So we'll get into all of that. I will be playing for sure.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna play it. You know what I mean? Like
it's literally free, so might as well. So I will have that stream tomorrow if you want to tap in. But first, let's get the Marvel Rivals stuff out of the way, because it's just so fun. so funny. Yeah. Everyone has farmed content off of this, but
except me. I mean, we talked about it live, but yeah,
I only talk about it in my news video. I didn't really go crazy with the content farm. I was just like watching a bunch of it. It just got insane. It got progressively more insane. It was just crazy to me how big it got.
Yeah. Was that what was happening when you messaged me saying that you were watching it last week?
That was a tournament where it happened, and I was actually watching the actual event. And which was crazy itself, but then while the event was happening, the drama was popping off. so I was going back and forth between the drama and
the actual gameplay,
the actual tournament, which was really cool. Like team captain's squad went absolutely nuts. His Thor was insane, like hard carrying. Day solidified himself as the best Spider-Man player in the world. He had this absolutely insane play called the yo-yo, where he did in the finale, where the enemy team was trying to stall the point, and they popped their cloak and dagger ult, and Day flies in with Spider-Man up in the air. Web pulls cloak and dagger from the ground up into the air, and then their Hulk at the same time leapt up and air stunned the cloak after he grabbed her up and knocked her out of the ult and killed her.
Oh my god!
I was like, oh my god! It was one of the craziest plays I've ever seen in Rivals, bro. It was insane. Everybody was going absolutely crazy. I couldn't believe it.
Well, I've played 2 of my diamond placement matches. I was not the anchor at all. We got blown out, but like, man, there's some really bad players at very high levels.
Oh yes,
and I don't understand it.
Yeah. You learned what I learned 4 seasons ago.
Yeah.
It doesn't get better as you climb.
And I honestly one of the games might have been some of the worst teammates I've ever had. Like, I can't even believe it. So
I've yet to play a single placement on my main, because I noticed that the end of season was like really bad, because like not only has the meta just been stale, that they haven't improved the placement system. They don't really punish throwers, so games are kind of unplayable. And I was just kind of watching how the games work, because usually the first week is also pretty bad. And I was just seeing everybody across every rank, low elo, one above all, GM, everybody just complaining about how awful the quality of the games were. It was pretty bad, but the player numbers are still up there, and they managed to hold it for another week. And I think partially because of the Kingsman drama, because it put so much attention on Rivals. Like it was crazy how it kind of just united everyone. Like this was so big that even your people's parents who don't know anything about Rivals had heard about the Kingsman drama, because it's kind of it was kind of like a perfect storm of stuff that gets people especially on the internet, like excited. You had like a legit underdog story, of a broke college student who is grinding despite just having literally just a laptop. He has his keyboard in his lap. He's trying to put himself through college, and he worked his way up to being like one of the best rival players in the world, the best Magic player. He gets unfairly kicked from a tournament and then rewarded with mountains of cash.
I'll tell you what, just this video alone, the last I saw it, like it popped up in my recommended, and it was at 1.8 million views, and just that video alone is probably worth $5,000-$6,000.
That's $2.4 million last I checked now. So
yeah, so I mean that video is probably worth $7,000.
Easy. And it's also an hour long. Yeah.
So it might even be worth more, because probably, I bet a lot of people watched it.
Yeah, it's probably like 10 bands, honestly, at least.
Yeah.
And then his Twitch streams, they were averaging like tens of thousands. I know he had one Twitch stream that had like 300,000 views. He had so that's a ton of ad revenue on like auto streams. Then he was getting like donations. Someone actually donated him, like in his first stream, $3,000 directly.
Oh wow!
Which was because it was literally because the money he would have gotten if they had gotten first place was $3,000. Someone just gave him straight up to $3,000, and then he said 3 different people donated him $500.
Wow!
And it was just so he potentially made $40,000, like the entire prize pool, over the course of the last week.
Yeah, that's and he, you know what, like, and the wild thing is like I don't understand how those people thought they were the good guys. I don't understand like how they thought that was like
I do.
like
Narcissism.
he wasn't even rude about it. Like when we're like you and I are in Greek or whatever, like we can kind of bark at each other a little bit, you know, and I guess that's maybe a little different because we know each other, but like he wasn't barking. He was like speaking very plainly, very calmly. Like, sure, he might have been a little agitated here and there, but like that was like the nicest, like angry rant I've ever heard. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because and I think that's part of the reason why so many people in the Rivals community in particular rally around, because we know from our regular experience, when people are asked to swap, it doesn't usually go that way.
Right.
It's usually can you get off that character, you fucking suck. You know?
Yeah.
And then, you know, slurs start coming out. This was like pretty much the most wholesome request to swap you'll find in Rivals. And this is not ranked. This is like a $40,000 tournament. Like,
and it reinforced everything I ever feel about Black Widow. Like, I understand that, like, he was basically saying you're right. He's basically saying what I usually say. I understand that a good Black Widow player has value. I just don't think, I don't think it's in domination, basically. And especially when you're playing off to the side and like, you're not like really helping, you know,
that's actually not what he was saying. His problem was that, first of all, the Widow was playing on high ping, so
but she was also getting dove.
Yeah, that was the issue. It wasn't about the domination or being on point, because they're professionals. They obviously would know how to do that. The problem is that Black Widow as a character is very easy to counter if you just dive her.
Right.
And I think, and he was being polite without, you know, directly saying this, she's not that good. Like, she was like a peak diamond Widow player. And if you actually watched her, like, people were memeing about how she in the scrim she went 0-5-0, like no assists, no kills, 5 deaths. But if you actually watched, which I did, I actually watched the VODs of those games in particular, because her teammates were like defending her, saying, "Oh, you know, she was still playing well." No, she played horribly. Like, she was playing really bad. So it wasn't just the fact that she was on high ping, which you should not be playing a sniper character on high ping. It wasn't just the fact that Widow was easy to counter dive. It was the fact that this was not like the Widow you would, if you're going to go to a tournament with your main DPS as a Black Widow, it wouldn't be that particular Black Widow player. And it was more so annoying because she's not even like just a one trick. Like, it'd be one thing if that was the only character to play. That's not the only character she even plays. She was just being stubborn and not willing to, like, they weren't willing to compromise on the team, which is insane when you're playing for money, especially.
Right.
Like, just fucking swap. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, no, I agree with that completely. Like, I think that's the thing, especially, is like, when you're just go play quick play. Like, the vibes are not tournaments, you know. Like, I understand the concept and thought around, oh, we're just playing for the vibes, but like, when you're getting assigned teammates and it's a tournament for money, you kind of owe it to the people you're playing with to take it seriously. You know, no matter what you think of how much or little the money might be, you know, like, especially when somebody's like, all right, but it's all ego. It's all ego.
100%.
And it's just, and then the shit they were saying after, it's like,
I mean,
read the room.
That's when it got really crazy, because that's when we found out, like the two main girls, like the Black Widow player is probably the most innocent of all of them. Like, her issue is just not being that good of a Black Widow player, and, you know, and having a bit of an ego. But the other two, like, have a history of being, like, extremely toxic, especially the one who was his duo partner. Like, they played together all the time. She just absolutely stabbed him in the back immediately. And like other creators started coming up with stories, like apparently she just completely made up a story to her chat, telling them this other creator was like a Nazi Charlie Kirk supporter, and just completely made it up. And and then when he made a video, he made a couple of videos like clearing his name, showing that that's just none of that's true. Cece, who was the team captain in the Kingsman tournament, threatened to kick him out of their creator Discord for defending himself and posting videos and like to just defend himself, while completely ignoring what the other girl did. So it was like, so this kind of just exposed this undercurrent in the Rivals community of just like extremely toxic creators who had let their clout get to them, and we just saw like a snowball of just everything coming out. Like the one girl lost all her sponsors. I've not seen. I think this might have been the most viral Marvel Rivals any story since maybe since maybe when it hit 400,000 players.
At least on their end, I don't think they end up looking bad. Just these people, and I feel like they kind of did their part because they like gifted him, enough V-Bucks so that he could like buy all the magic skins and everything.
Yeah.
So I mean, like they made the most of it. But yeah, it's just how to not treat people, Like again, it's one thing like in the heat of the moment when we're playing, we've absolutely had some some bickering, but like this is a little different. This was kind of like, I don't know, I hate the word gaslighting, but like it absolutely felt like that's what they were doing.
It was 100%. It was 100% gaslighting. Like telling the guy who's 18-2 that the only reason they won is because the 0-5 Black Widow was drawing all their attention. It's absolutely insane levels of gaslighting.
Yeah, and I didn't watch like a ton of the gameplay, but like what I did see, like he's like that annoying magic. He's like really good, and he was absolutely dominating the point.
100%. Like he's an actual hard carry. Like he was destroying and was the reason they were winning, and they were trying to gaslight him into thinking that actually the widow who can't hit a shot was the one who was the secret MVP. And I think that just resonated with a lot of Rivals players who have encountered that teammate who is going negative, won't swap, and will somehow try to make the argument that they're not the problem. And so
yeah,
it's so annoying. And one of the things that I beg that they address in future seasons, improving the placement system, improving the ability to just actual punish throwers. Like people, like the penalty for throwing games is just nothing. Like people just don't care. They just do it all the time. Like that needs to change.
but I maybe I'm ignorant to this, but how can you tell somebody's throwing in the match? You know what I mean?
When they switched to Black Widow and sit and spawn.
No, I understand. So, I mean, how can they tell? You know what I mean? Like, I guess you could tell if they're just sitting in spawn, but like, I don't know how like there's like some kind of a system to measure that. If so, yeah, I don't.
They can't necessarily measure if you're just playing badly, which is not the worst case of throwing. When people are talking about hard throwing, they usually talk about people sitting to spawn,
Gotcha,
or just disconnecting from the game. Like the penalties just aren't there for those.
Yeah, I gotcha. Okay, that makes sense. I was literally asking because like I feel like if you're AFK, it just kicks you, and
it doesn't, which is crazy.
Oh, so in ranked, it doesn't kick you if you're AFK.
I finally noticed it now, but I think it's only because they added a system to address the Lord farming.
another thing that went a little viral, and they actually did something positive, I think.
Yeah, because typically, when people were set AFK and spawn in competitive, and nothing would happen. Like the game would not kick them.
I think like the same amount of time that it takes for you to get kicked for being AFK in a regular match, it should apply in ranked.
Yeah, it was insane. It was like kind of an insane oversight, but yeah, it was just one of the many issues. But yeah, I'm glad the Kingsman was able to pretty much overnight turn into one of the first day out. He was like the biggest first week. He was like the biggest Marvel Rivals content creator. Now he's like cemented himself firmly in the top 5, which is crazy to go from 100 to 185 concurrent streamer to 8 to 20,000 concurrent streamer.
Yeah, no, good for him, because like, and he's actually good. So there's actually value. You're not like pity watching him. Like he's actually really good. So that's the type of thing you want to see, is somebody that's actually good being watched. Yeah,
you can actually learn something. He's entertaining. Yeah, the right guy was rewarded.
Sounds like he's gonna get himself a little bit more than a laptop.
Oh yeah, he even with the RAM prices, he with all the money he brought in, he can definitely afford a nice computer now. he has nothing to worry about, and good for him. But the other big story that I'm excited about, speaking of hero shooters, is what they were calling Concord 2, which I always thought was like kind of a disingenuous thing, like because the reason why the reception was bad is strictly because of the placement. It wasn't a great trailer by any means. I thought it looked okay. It was just the fact that it wasn't like a mind-blowing trailer, especially compared to some of the other reveals of that night. And they placed it at the final slot where you're supposed to have like something like big, and Jeff was really glazing it, and it just didn't live up. I think if it was placed somewhere else in the show, this backlash wouldn't even exist. It would just be another game.
Apparently he did it for the vibes, because apparently he did it for free.
Yeah, he didn't even like he believed in it so much that he just was like, no, I'm just gonna put your game trailer at the end of the show. No money needed, which is I don't know. So my take is that I think it might actually be good. because
I thought it looked good.
I didn't think it looked bad at all. I just thought it didn't look like something that should be the finale of the game of the Game Awards. But I thought it looked like a fun game that I would be willing to play, because it didn't even look like a normal, strictly hero shooter. And based on the leaked trophy list, it seems like it's kind of more of a MOBA in a lot of ways. It's not like a straight up hero shooter like a Overwatch or Concord was either. So like it's going to have raids. So I'm like more interested now. They also had like a content creator preview event, and people are being like really disingenuous and weird about that, because now they're acting like getting early access to a game means you automatically are going to glaze it, which is obviously not true, but it's because pretty much all the content creators who went out there have said that the game was a lot of fun, and their reviews, of course, go up tomorrow when the embargo is able to lift. But I think there's a very strong chance this is a good game, which shouldn't be that surprising. I mean, like good pedigree. It's made like one of the reasons the Concord comparison didn't really make sense is since Concord was made by a brand new. It was a brand new IP from a brand new studio. Like Sony put the studio together and then started this Concord project, whereas this is made by some of like the most talented game devs ever when it comes to making fun shooters. So it wouldn't it shouldn't be that surprised if the game is actually really good. And I think I think it would be because we do live in the dumbest timeline. I think there's a very real chance that both Marathon and High Guard end up being two of the most successful games of 2026.
Yeah, Marathon doesn't really appeal to me very much for the same reason Arc Raider doesn't.
Yeah.
Like I want to like Arc Raider and give it a try, but I just know that it's probably just going to upset me more than anything because I'm just not into extractions, you know. The idea, it's the same reason I don't like a lot of this, like the Dark Souls and stuff. Like I hate the idea of getting like so far in and like because maybe I didn't save or whatever it may be that I can just lose everything. Like drives me insane. But I did see Paul Tassi like retweet somebody that was basically accusing some like all the positive feedback of being, oh, you know, of course you're going to say that. You would say that if somebody flew you out somewhere to do something, and it's like, I don't think you guys understand. As somebody that's been flown out to do these things many times, there is actually so much more pressure to like be honest because you know you're going to have to deal with that, you know. And I can tell you, as somebody that did events for both Suicide Squad and Redfall, the events were like highly curated and like they knew what was good to show that would make the game look good, and that's what they showed us. And I thought both events were a lot of fun. I enjoyed playing the game. I wasn't worried about Suicide Squad at all. I got the sense that there was something missing from Redfall, but I just didn't have enough of an experience to really say anything more. But like I said that in what I said, you know, like I'm always honest because like the last thing these PR companies want either is somebody to just lie, you know. Like they want you to be honest. They don't want you to be, as long as you're fair, they don't care, you know. And if you're useful, they'll invite you back. If you're not, then they won't. And being fair is more useful than lying about it, and it's just going to hurt you in the end. So why, like, as long as you're telling people, hey, they flew me out, they covered my expenses, you've done your part, and whatever you say after just has to be genuine. That's it.
And some don't even accept it. Like they had one creator said that they didn't fly out, it was local, so they just drove there. They didn't accept a sponsor. The only thing they accepted was a sandwich when they had lunch, when they took a lunch break. That's it. Skill Up does the same thing.
The Fallout, well, I mean, I wish I was in a position to do that, okay? But Fallout 76 event, they wanted to fly me down for it, and I was like, it's New York City. I'm just going to drive there. If you want to, like, reimburse my gas and some whatever, like, food, then that's fine. But, like, it honestly would have taken me longer to get somebody to bring me to Boston, go through security, get on the plane, fly to New York City, take an Uber to the event, or take an Uber to the hotel, then go to the event, then stay in the hotel overnight, then in the morning fly, go to, you know, LaGuardia, and then fly back to Boston, get somebody to pick me up and go home. I didn't want to go through all that, so I just drove myself. It was like a 4-hour drive, and they just paid me back my gas money. You know what I mean? So that, like, it's nice to be able to do something like that, but like, I don't know. I couldn't fly myself to Germany for Gamescom, you know?
And it's weird. So lucky. And it's weird. They act like people who are, because that's the other reason that they're getting these responses. It's partly jealousy, partly just a lot of bad faith, because they're acting like people who get flown out the preview events never leave bad reviews, which is obviously not true at all. Like it literally happens all the time. You know, obviously some companies take negative criticism better than others, but for the most part, like, people will leave negative reviews, and if they feel that way, and nothing happens. Like, there are definitely times where some like Skillet, for example, because he's so honest and he doesn't even accept the money. Like sometimes companies will avoid giving him access because they don't want an honest review. But but for the most part, yeah, they'll do that. And I think just the idea that just because you're flown out there, you're not gonna you're just gonna be like, oh yeah, the game was amazing, when you don't actually think that is not true. Because it's also a bad look for the creator. Like the creator, if they are in a position to get flown out for this event, is someone who's built trust within their community. And if there's somebody if they were someone who consistently didn't give their honest opinion, they were like misleading their audience about how they really feel, like saying games are good when they thought they were bad, well, they wouldn't really have much of an audience, like, because eventually, they would turn and be like, oh, this guy's just a shill, like, and they would move on, especially nowadays, like with how polarizing stuff gets on the internet. So if a content creator is putting their reputation out there saying, yeah, I actually think this, even though everyone's rushing to judgment on this game, I thought it was good. Like I think that's valid, and I do think it would be good. It may not be the best, the redefining of the shooter genre, or it might. I think it's going to be a good game. I think the grifters who have already made up their mind are going to do what they usually do. They'll try, if the game is doing well, they'll just cope at first, and then they'll just pretend it's not happening, like if it keeps going.
I think there are gonna be a lot of people that are just curious tomorrow. Certainly I'm one of them, but like my worry long term is more like, all right, what is this? They did a terrible job PR wise,
Oh yeah. Oh, like, it was a like setting aside, Jeff Keighley kind of setting them up for failure. It was not a great trailer. It could have been better. Like they could have done a better job of selling it, because one of the things you have to keep in mind especially when you're preparing a new IP, is you want people to have an understanding of what this game, because that's the first thing people are going to ask, what is this? And hearing Jeff say stuff like, oh, we're redefine this, like that's not help. Like what is this game? Like, is it a typically, what is it like Dispatch, for example, did it perfectly. They had Aaron Paul and Laura Bailey out there, and they presented the game, and from the first trailer you knew exactly what this was. Okay, this is like a Telltale game, but it has really good visuals. It's story driven, narrative choice, superhero, interesting story. Okay, if you like Telltale, you'll probably like this. Like, you knew exactly what it was, and people, so you can at least know enough to get your opinion. And then they had more content after that. They just dropped one trailer, went quiet for a month, for multiple weeks, and now they're talking about, oh yeah, we're going to do this big gameplay deep dive and talk about the future, but they're doing it on launch day.
Yeah, it's weird. You have this big community event, like, or creator event, and like they can't even get early access to like really drop it, like, or maybe you'll have like an hour or two. I don't know when their embargo is up versus when the game launches, but it's same day still, so it's undercutting it.
It's completely undercutting. Like, ideally stuff's supposed to be spaced out, but it's just, everything's going to be happening on the same day. It's nuts. I mean, I hope it works out for them, but yeah, they definitely did not do themselves any real favors with this one. Hold up, entertain the people for a minute.
Okay. So yeah, obviously most of you guys that are in the chat right now, I've been hanging out with recently. What's up, Lucky Ray Gunn? What's up, Ira? What's up, Vodka? Ski, Gabe. So I hope everybody is doing all right. I don't know if you guys are in the path of snow. What's up, Steven? Obviously, I had to deal with a lot of snow today. Also, just want to shout out my New England Patriots going back to the Super Bowl. Which rematch are we going to get? The Rams or the Sea Chickens? Well, let me check on the score real quick. Ooh, we got 24-20 Seahawks. About 7 minutes left in the third quarter. I think Eastwood probably hates the Patriots. I think he lost money on them today again. So oopsie. But yeah. But yeah, are you guys gonna try out High Guard tomorrow? When it does go live, I'll probably fire up a stream and see what's up with it. We've got lots of other stuff. What is everybody playing right now? Gio, we know you're going to be there. Obviously, you're always there. What's High Guard? It's hard to describe. It's kind of like I think it's like a battle royale kind of maybe. It's definitely PvP, and it's kind of like a futuristic like Knights of the Round Table kind of thing. I don't really know how to describe it. And it was at the Game Awards. It's what closed out the Game Awards.
I managed to get a delivery.
Oh, wow. They call it a raid shooter. So
yeah, raid. Yeah, that's why it sounded like it would have like mobile elements. Like it could be like PvE, or maybe some pure PvE as well. I think it's gonna be interesting, but we should know all this stuff already.
Yeah,
they're being really secretive, but it definitely hasn't helped their reputation. But I think at the very least they've got people curious.
I've got something interesting that popped up. I don't know if you've seen it yet. I won't do it with sound, but this is Travis Scott
in the Odyssey.
In the Odyssey.
I saw it pop up. I saw the I haven't seen a clip, but I saw it mentioned on my timeline. That Travis Scott was in that. I'm sure
you would not be shocked about some of the comments.
Yeah,
to that tweet, but
what not surprised at all.
I gotta be honest with you, not a big Travis Scott guy myself. He kind of screwed over the WWE, and he was like all about it. He was supposed to be involved. He was involved in John Cena's heel turn with The Rock and Cody Rhodes, and he was supposed to be all a part of it, and then he just ghosted them. I think he found out it was a little too hard.
Pusha T is also not fun to Travis Scott. He dissed him on the Clips' latest record.
Oh wow!
So yeah, a lot of people not big fans of Travis Scott, but
yeah, forget Pusha T. Let me see a Pusha T. Better off spinning again on him. You think about pushing me.
Whoa, ho, ho! Look at Jay.
I got the reference.
Trying to make sure his membership to the cookout stays renewed.
I'm gonna be honest. Euphoria is my favorite of all the diss tracks.
It's the best song, honestly.
Yeah.
Out of all of it, like I know Not Like Us got the most play, because it was like the most poppy viral, but Euphoria was definitely the better song.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that one the most. Anyway, I don't know. That just popped up in my feed, and I wanted to like show it before. I guess Eastwood said it appeared during the Pats game, but I don't know if I got the same commercials because I watched it on Paramount Plus. So,
ooh, fancy Paramount Plus.
Not really. It's just I like to watch on my computer because I watch on this screen and then I bitch about it on Twitter on this screen.
Oh, that's very, very convenient. Yeah, I watch on I like to watch on my TV because I can watch here and occasionally glance down at my phone.
Well, I have a TV right there, but it's just not convenient. It's not the same.
Yeah, it's awkward in my home office. That's why I do it. I usually watch TV in my living room. In my home office, I have my computer here, I have my monitor here for gaming. Then I have a big TV like right behind it, but the monitor is blocking the TV.
I used to bring my laptop up to the living room, but now my wife is usually in the living room during the football game. So I'd rather just sit here. Like, it not necessarily as comfortable, but I'd rather be here. Like, this is my safe space. Everything I need is right here.
This man
you know?
cave.
Yeah, like I like to be able to like bitch about the game if I need to.
And you love bitching about the game.
I do. I don't do it as much on Twitter because nobody really cares, but like I do usually start like a Facebook post, and a bunch of my friends will we'll go back and forth throughout the game, and I don't know, it's just our tradition.
So I know speaking of shills, Jay has been accused of being an Xbox enjoyer, which he is. He enjoys Xbox, but I streamed the developer direct, and I only streamed it because they said they were showing Fable gameplay. Yeah. I had done some research beforehand, so I didn't care about what the mystery reveal was. I knew it was not going to be like a big thing, but I wanted to see how they would handle Fable, and I gotta say, I pretty much got exactly what I wanted. I wanted them to make something more in line with Fable 2, and they pretty much just did that, just with next gen graphics. They got everything. They got more. They got character customization, full character customization. They got cool spells, nice melee combat, plenty of chicken kicking. They brought back the real estate, so you can that was one of my favorite parts of Fable 2, being able to own real estate. You can own whole towns, you can do all that, but they expanded it. They've got like, I think they said they're going to have like 1,000 unique NPCs or something like that, and your choices will influence how they react to you and behave, and you can buy a house, buy the whole town, get married, start a family, have kids, like everything I wanted from a new Fable game. They basically just said, here, take take it, please give us your and they earned my support. I saw some people desperately trying to hate on it, like mainly grifters, because at this point all they were doing was just showing the female protagonist, who they thought was a female protagonist, and now they have nothing left. Like they're just like,
because it's a custom character.
Yeah, so they're just like, I saw one grifter tried to make a big deal that there's a sex change potion, which was a thing in the old Fable games too. Like, it's not like they're just so desperate because they swore that this was going to be a modern audience game they could grift off of, and when everyone saw, no, actually it's just a really good Fable sequel, they just cooked. They're like, oh shit, at rent's due. What are we going to talk about now?
I think it looks great. I'm very excited for it. I'm excited for you because I know it's something that you've talked about a lot. Oh God,
Eastwood, you can't ask people if you can own women.
I know it's something that you've talked about being excited for, so I was very, very excited that it looked like it was going to be really good.
They won PS5.
Yeah, I don't have any interest in racing games, but Forza always looks so pretty.
Yeah,
I mean, it's probably I feel like probably the best racing simulator, going franchise. But the mystery game was like Game Freak, and they do the Pokemon games, and it looks interesting.
It was the party game. The mystery game was the party game.
Oh, I thought the Game Freak game was.
No, the announced games were Forza, Fable, and Beast of Reincarnation, which was the Game Freak's game.
Gotcha. Okay, well, the Game Freak game anyway. The Double Fine game didn't look super cool. It didn't look that interesting to me, but
not for me. The Game Freak game, I liked it. It was like stellar Pokemon.
But it's wild because like a lot of people are like kind of shaming Nintendo and Pokemon after that because like I guess they really do force them to pump those games out. Everybody's like, look at what happens when you give Game Freak a little bit of time to cook. You know, they're actually capable of, you know, not putting out the same game over and over again. And to be fair, I'll be honest, I don't mind the Pokemon games because I feel like that's kind of what we expect. But I've always said, imagine if they made a Pokemon game on Xbox and PlayStation and PC, like that wasn't limited. You know, like throw it in Unreal Engine or something, and
that's how we got Power World.
Right. You know, and it's just wild to me that you know, these are obviously capable devs, you know, so
when we don't say, hey, churn out this Poke Slop in 6 months, they can actually cook something. And it's, but you know, Nintendo, as long as people keep buying their games, they're not motivated to really change. Like a lot of people made a big deal about how they're boycotting the Nintendo Switch 2 because of, you know, the prices and some of the decisions they made, and they did record numbers. like people don't, as long as Nintendo customers keep being loyal Nintendo customers, Nintendo is just going to keep taking advantage of them. That's just how it works.
Yeah.
Once if there comes a time when a Pokemon game underperforms, that's when you'll see a higher quality game. Until then, it's not. They're just going to put out pretty much the same game every year until you stop buying it.
Yeah, I'm definitely very hyped up for Fable though. I mean, you know, those are the type of games that, you know, really resonate, and I hope that it like has a long lasting gameplay loop and stuff like that. So
I'm gonna put at least 200 hours into that.
Did they say it's launching day and date on PlayStation, or
it is day one PS5?
Good.
We will be there because I was after finding out that Crimson Desert is not going to have some of those features like romance options and it's more going to be about, you know, the exploration, the combat and stuff, and a little bit of story. I was like, well, I kind of want I kind of want my fix for a life simulator RPG, so I'm hoping Fable is actually good, and they delivered. So I can have both. I could basically have what I wanted from Dragon's Dogma 2 in Crimson Desert, and I can have my Fable on the same year. Not expecting to have GTA 6. I think that's almost certainly getting delayed to 2027.
Yeah.
I have a hard time believing that's coming out this year, but
they can honestly just drop it whenever the hell they want to. It doesn't matter. Yeah. People are just going to be impatient, which, you know,
I heard from Schreier that the game isn't even content complete yet, which is kind of insane.
Say that one more time. That they're still doing content right now.
It's not content complete. Like they're still because when they announced the delay, we thought it was supposed to be about polishing, but based on that, the game's not even done. Like they're still adding content, planning levels. Like, so I'm like, oh, there's no way this game is coming out in 2026 unless it ends up being like a Cyberpunk 2077 situation where it launches and it's, you know, complete pile of shit.
Yeah, I don't
it's impossible.
I don't see them doing that.
No. And then we're also not getting much Ubisoft this year because they just had an unfortunate series of announcements. They, as part of their ongoing plan to stop losing so much money, they're restructuring around. They're breaking their company down further and focusing on like specific divisions that will focus on specific games. But as part of that restructuring, in addition to layoffs, they canceled several games. Fortunately, the Prince of Persia remake is canceled. I heard the Splinter Cell game is canceled, and they have also delayed the Assassin's Creed Black Flag remake. I heard at least potentially up to a year delay on that one. And I think 6 other games were delayed as well. So whatever the next Assassin's Creed is supposed to be is probably
Hex.
Yeah, Hexe. That's going to be that's Eternal Days. Somehow Beyond Good and Evil didn't get canceled.
I feel like they announced that game like 20 years ago at this point.
Actually, I was watching a video, someone was talking about it. I think they said, which was wild, Beyond Good and Evil it has been in development so long. It had a trailer during the old G4, like the actual old G4 TV, when G4 was on television and really popular. And it's since then we've had the G4 die, come back, die again, and we still don't have Beyond Good and Evil 2. And somehow it didn't get I don't know how it's possible. Like what is going on?
Yeah,
at this point they probably have spent, like, I saw a report that they might spend like 800 million on The Witcher 4. Like, they had to have spent that on fucking Beyond Good and Evil by now. Like, it's been in development for well over a decade.
Yeah, Ubisoft is crazy. I don't understand, like, how we can have all these projects that don't lead to anything. I hear that what was it called? I pulled out the controller I had. The Watch Dogs franchise is also dead.
Yep.
I was like, I have like this scuff Watch Dogs Legion controller that I like never use. It's actually dusty. I pulled it out because we were talking about it on stream the other day.
Shout out to Olivia Munn, yeah, iconic on G4.
I heard not the best person in the world though.
Oh yeah. Well, she can get away with it. She could talk down to me all she wants. tell me how bad I am. It's legitimately insane how long, like, at this point they need the game to be like a generational hit, like to even break even. And I think as bad as pretty much all the news is, like, their stock expectedly plummeted again, but they, part of the new restructuring is made it so that they're not, all these projects aren't being governed top down. Like, that was one of the many issues of Ubisoft, is that everything was like centralized. It was just like everything was coming from the top, so a lot of Ubisoft games felt like they were the same. And now, under this new restructuring, you're gonna have different divisions focused on different games rather than having everything come from one place. So in theory, that should result in better games. When you have less hands interfering. But I mean, skepticism is honestly valid. But at least it looks like they're making decisions that could help. Obviously, it's not going to help people with their employment. But Ubisoft, we knew we're way too much. But like, you only need 20,000 employees for your game studio.
I will say I've heard good things about like Division 3. I've heard that's going to be like generational, essentially, which kind of, I feel like you kind of gotta like hit on what you have left. You know what I mean? Like, if you're gonna like do all that, Highguard preview video is uploaded and ready for launch. Check out content. All right, so 1 p.m. tomorrow, it looks like, is the embargo for Highguard. So I don't know when it actually goes live.
Yeah, is it even in the store yet? Can you like preload it?
I don't know. I don't even have my PlayStation on, so
I'll turn it on. Yeah, because the embargo is 1 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah, I just saw Khalif Adams because he went and played it, so I saw his tweet.
Okay, so afternoon. All right, so that should be all right. I just want to know when the game is live because I want to play it. If the review stuff are up before the game, I'll pop in see what they're talking about. But I'd rather just jump into the game and actually experience it. But I'm actually very curious about this game. I think I'm actually rooting for it, especially because of all the people that are trying to root against it. High Guard.
It's all one word, right?
Yeah.
It's not on Xbox.
Not here yet.
Yeah.
Just Marathon and Arc Raiders.
Yeah, I just looked on the Xbox app on my phone. So I finally got around to finishing Valhalla. I loved Valhalla. I did play the extra mission they had for in Shadows for that anime Attack on Titan.
Yeah, I didn't play that one. It didn't look great.
It was fine. It was like a 2-hour mission. It was kind of cool. I mean, it had some of the stuff I hate doing, which is like a lot of like jumping to areas where if you miss, you're gonna like have to start over.
I didn't enjoy the last update. When I came the last expansion, I was on the some. I was trying to get used to it, but it just felt bad. Like I could definitely tell they nerfed some stuff, but yeah, the combat just felt a lot worse to me. So
I still need just 2 achievements for the platinum, but I just cannot for the life of me do it. Like they're like one of them is like you have to like poison somebody and like set them on fire like at the same time and then get like the final blow on something. And then I don't know, like there are 2 achievements where you have to like do something in a specific order. And because I kill them so fast at this point, I just can't seem to get it right. And I've tried it like so many times, but it's annoying because like they're like I've literally spent hours on these 2 achievements and I just can't I can't get it, and that's all I need, and I basically have the platinum.
So maybe we should ask Greek to do it for you.
You know, I've paid him in too many skins. Did you hear about my complete fuck up? I had to delete one of his 18 accounts because he had a PC account, and the only difference between his main account and this was instead of it was like one of them was an underscore, one of them is a dash. And I was just trying to be nice, and I tried to gift him Lady Loki, and I sent it to the PC account he can no longer use or have access to. And there is nothing you can do about that. Like if they never claim it, it doesn't matter. It's gone forever. So that doesn't feel good.
No refunds.
Yeah, no refunds. Like I feel like if you send something and nobody claims it in like X amount of time, it should just revert back to you. Like
but then that's less money for them.
I know, but like it just doesn't feel good. So
it does not. It feels good for them though, because money,
right?
Which is what matters at the end of the day. So we also there's going to be I have a video coming out for this, but a lot of superhero stuff this year. We just got a look at Lobo, the extended look at Lobo, and no notes from me. Thank you, James Gunn, for making the internet happy. He looks like Lobo.
did he though? Because I got like a Snyder cultist that got retweeted into my timeline, and reading some of the comments, apparently there are people that think he looks like shit, and I don't get it. I don't get it at all. It looks great. It looks perfect.
He literally looks like, what did they expect? He looks like Lobo. What do you mean? what would they expect to look like? He looks like Lobo.
I think their angle is that I can't believe you took him away from being a generational Aquaman to make him this.
Oh my
like
God.
That's kind of what I got.
So they don't actually think he's shit. They're just desperately coping because the Snyder version of Momoa was Aquaman.
Yeah. I enjoyed his Aquaman, but
his Aquaman was okay. It was not.
He was born to be Lobo.
He was clearly born to be Lobo, and the Smallville Aquaman was obviously better. So, what are we even talking about?
I still think it's wild that Justin Hartley was originally going to be Aquaman, and they even filmed like it was called Mercy Reef, and if you go on YouTube, the pilot is actually there, and you can see Justin Hartley, who ended up being Green Arrow, as Aquaman instead. And then Aquaman ended up being what's his face?
Jack Reacher.
Reacher, yeah. I can't think of his name right now.
He also was a Hawk. And, and
from
Titans.
Hawk and Dove, and Titans, and also I guess wants to be Batman.
Yeah. He definitely needs to be in anything superhero. He can do anything action superhero. Like the guy is built like a demigod.
Yeah.
At this point, like I just can't take Snyder Cult seriously. Like they're just absolute losers, bro. No. Like it's clear. Like Alan Rickard. Like it's clear that they don't even care at this point. Like James, this isn't even James Gunn's movie, and they're just hating. They're just hating on it because it's not the Snyderverse. Like it's so cringe.
Oh, they're like, oh, it's a D-list movie that nobody's gonna remember. I'm like, how do you know that? Like, honestly, like, give me a break.
Yeah, like they just can't let it go. Like like the Snyderverse, it failed. Like there's nothing to be done. of course, Casual wants the Snyderverse back. He was a huge fan, in particular, of Wonder Woman 1984. It was one of Casual's favorite films of all time. He could not get enough of it. He said Pedro Pascal was putting on a generational performance in that one. He cried while eating into his deep dish because of just how moving the performance was. He said,
"What, in Wonder Woman 84?
Yeah, 1984.
Yeah,
it's absolute cinema. Also people are apparently crashing out as well over Sinners.
Yeah,
for all the reasons you get. We assume.
I still haven't seen the movie, and I probably should, but I'm also kind of being a bitch because I should probably just watch it.
You're being a massive bitch. Just watch the movie.
Yeah. No, I was laughing because a quote just came up during the Patriots game. One of the Patriots players blocked a field goal, and they were asking about it, and he said, "I just jumped in the air and got a taste of the ball. No diddy." So I couldn't help but laugh at that.
No diddy valid actually. I didn't see it. I didn't see it in Sinners in theaters, but as soon as it came to Amazon, I just off the strength of the reviews and of Ryan Coogler and Michael B. Jordan, I was like, oh, I'll just fucking buy it, and I'm glad I did because holy.
Yeah, it's generally it looks like it's good. It's just the type of movie I feel like I'm not usually into. So I don't know.
What, black movies?
Yeah, I knew that you would take it that direction. Listen, I already quoted Euphoria. You can't take it back.
All right. It's you don't like you don't like movies with vampires? Like what is it?
I'm not a big. It feels more horror than I like, and it's not.
It's not a horror movie.
Okay. All right, I'll suck it up at some point and just watch it. I don't know why. I no appeal for horror movies whatsoever, you know.
Yeah, I don't either. It's not a horror movie.
Okay. Okay, well, I'll suck it up at some point here.
Yeah, From Dusk Till Dawn. You think From Dusk Till Dawn was better than Sinners? I've seen that take. I thought Sinners was just absolute masterpiece. Like it definitely borrowed from obviously Dusk Till Dawn, but I thought the performances were incredible and the music. Oh my god, the music was so good.
Yeah, well, hopefully it wins all those awards. I also saw, like, speaking of Ryan Coogler, kind of, I saw something from Screen Time, which seems like a pretty legit source, that we're definitely getting a new Black Panther in Doomsday.
New Black Panther. Yeah, I can't wait to. I'm excited for Doomsday. I think Doomsday is going to be fun, at the very least.
Yeah.
They had me at the Cyclops. Geez, I'm not gonna lie.
Right. Yeah.
That was so peak. I was like, all right, yeah, I'm in. I did see the news about Brave and the Bold. Not definitely less enthusiastic about that one. But to be fair, we haven't gotten a bad Batman movie yet, really. Not really. Even the Schumacher ones were goofy, but they were cool in their own way. I think it would probably be still fine, but yeah, the writing, the choice of writer definitely doesn't fill me with confidence. So for sure, based on her pedigree, but I don't think it's going to be like, I don't think it's going to be the worst thing. Like for example, like the Flash was, the writing wasn't great, but the worst thing about the Flash movie was the visual effects and the acting. Like that's what really drove on, because there were parts of the Flash movie that were pretty good if it wasn't, visual terrorism.
Right.
But I couldn't. And Birds of Prey even wasn't a bad movie. It was just mid. It was kind of like they just wanted to do like a Harley Quinn solo movie and just kind of threw in this team up, and it was just kind of like, again, it wasn't terrible, but it was just like, it was just like super forgettable. So I think this will be better source material, and obviously the DCU has been so far much better run than the DCU era was in terms of production. James Gunn doesn't greenlight projects until he's like happy with the scripts. There's not a ton of reshoots going on. So I think with the way the DCU is currently set up, I'm not too worried, because I feel like I trust James Gunn enough that if the script was like really bad, he wouldn't greenlight. He would just get a new writer.
Right. Yeah, I literally agree with everything you say. So I mean, I don't really, I'm not thinking about anything until it's here, so they haven't really done anything bad yet. So I trust I trust the process.
Yeah,
I know it didn't work out in Philadelphia, but
yeah, so far, like if the DC was just ass so far, like I'd just be like, I don't know. But I think arguably the worst thing they've done so far is like Peacemaker season 2.
Yeah,
which I still enjoyed.
Yeah, I will say this: did you see the Masters of the Universe trailer?
I've seen everyone talk about it. I kept forgetting to watch it. We should do a reaction to it.
I mean, a lot of people are really mad because of some of the direction, but all the Eternia stuff looks amazing. It looks so much better than I thought it would. The only thing, He-Man looks I'm a little surprised they didn't use some CGI, maybe buff him up a little bit or something.
Yeah. The only thing I saw was the screenshot of He-Man, and I was like,
yeah, he looks he looks built, but he's supposed to look like a fucking Greek god, you know?
He's supposed to look like Alan Rickson.
He's supposed to just look, like a monster. So, but it's funny. I saw there's a guy in Barstool that like was talking about it. And he's like bitching about, he's like, why are they even on Earth at all? Like, there's nothing Earth related in Masters of the Universe. Like, why does he have to be, why do they have to start him on? It's like the Minecraft movie. Why do you have to start him on Earth and have him like, I don't want to spend any time on Earth. And people just roasting him in the comments. Bro, his mom is from Earth. Like, the story makes perfect sense. She sent him to her home planet to hide him from Skeletor and all the evil. Like, it's just it was an all-time epic fail rant. Like, his point, I get it. Like, I want to see the Earth stuff? Not necessarily, but at least it makes sense. And a lot of people are complaining about Jared Leto as Skeletor, but like the Skeletor we saw was not Jared Leto. It was somebody in a mask, and if he's basically voicing Skeletor, I'm not too worried. Like,
I think people just don't like Jared Leto. And
valid. Yeah, but even Skeletor looked good. The other thing the Barstool guys complaining like, oh, where's Beastman and Fisto and so. I'm like, bro, they were all in the trailer. Like, he mentioned like 5 characters and 4 of them were in the trailer. And I'm like, dude, open your eyes, pay attention. They were there.
Bro was just determined to get that rant off.
Yeah, it looks. I don't think it's gonna be like, by any stretch of the imagination, we're not getting the Batman here. What if I told you Fisto is literally a man with a giant steel fist? So yeah, but
this is definitely 80s.
It looks like it's gonna be a fun nostalgia movie, and I think, I mean, obviously, I'm not. Man at Arms is Idris Elba, which is a little weird, but whatever.
Yeah, I saw. Apparently, he's supposed to be a redhead. Like
with a big red mustache.
Yeah. So I saw people on Twitter talking about the redhead genocide in Hollywood.
Well, his daughter is also Tila, and Tila, I think, they cast like. I think she might be Hispanic, but like obviously looks nothing like Idris Elba. So like, it's just maybe they changed that lore. I don't know. It's just a little weird it's like casting, Michael B. Jordan and what was it, Kate Mara as a brother and sister.
Yeah.
It sticks out. She was adopted in the lore. Okay, I guess that makes sense then. But they always looked the same, though, Fisto is the name of the firstborn Jay starred in. Well, you take what you can get.
That was the name of the second porn he starred in.
Yeah. Facts. You just you kind of just do what you got to do.
That was the third one. You had Fisto and Beastman and Man at Arms and He-Man and Battle Cat.
I had literally every He-Man.
I bet you did. I wasn't a huge He-Man enjoyer when I was a kid, but I definitely had a couple action figures. I think I know I definitely had Skeletor somewhere around there. I was just kind of a toy collector. I love getting action figures. I needed all of them. I had tons. I had Transformers, Beast Wars, Marvel, DC. I love me some action figures.
Yeah, I'm always sad because like I very specifically remember us having a yard sale and selling off all my He-Man figures. Because like I was like, it's not that I didn't like He-Man anymore. I just wanted more G.I. Joes. So I sold all my He-Man figures at a yard sale and went out and bought more G.I. Joes.
Still have all of my childhood action figures for the most part in my basement.
I'm so jealous.
No, I thought for years of having a yard sale, and I just never ended up. So I just have them just down there. I have my old VHS. I have like a whole nostalgia cave in my house. I got old VHS tapes. I've got all my action figures.
Yeah, I don't have much of my old stuff. We moved a few times, so it was just easier to like sell stuff off. And that's why I don't have, like, whenever I wanted to upgrade to my next console, I sold my Sega Genesis so I could get a PlayStation, sold my PlayStation so I get a PlayStation 2, that kind of thing.
The consoles are one things I didn't keep up. Like I still have my original PS5, and I have my PS4 Pro, but the last console I have after that is the Xbox 360. I don't have anything else beyond that.
Another Highguard tweet from Dell. Since I've actually played Highguard, the one thing I'm looking forward to is the people trying to compare it to another title. I suspect they will struggle. That shit is unique.
Well, if Dell's saying it, now I'm definitely locked in.
Yeah, I agree.
Dell is definitely not one to bullshit us.
Right.
He keeps it 100. So I'm excited, and again, it's not that surprising. I mean, like Jeff usually isn't. Jeff likes to play it up, but like he was really playing it up, and like again, these are really good devs. Like it's not like
their pedigree is great.
Yeah, like so. And I was looking at the trophy list, and I was like, oh, this is definitely not the game people were saying it's going to be. So that's why I wanted to take the wait and see approach. But I'm like, I think it's going to be. I think it's actually going to be good. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. We got a raid together, Jay.
Yeah, I if it goes so my wife is home tomorrow, so like usually my big thing that I'm worried about is we have like a certain structure of our day, and she usually gets home, and from 4 to 7 it's dinner and watching shows and everything, but we can figure all that out for whatever we want tomorrow since she's just going to be home. So it sounds like it's going to be launching later in the afternoon, but we'll link up.
Yeah. Whenever it goes live, well, hopefully we get that announcement. I'll be live regardless. I guess if the actual game does go live like later in the day, I'll just go live and like spectate the dev announcement, like they're doing like a gameplay deep dive and everything like that. I'll spectate that, and once I can download it, I'll start playing. But I'm legitimately interested. I'm excited. I think this could be a fun one, and I'm also looking forward to it being good, so that I can see all the people who called it Concord 2 have to walk it back.
Yeah.
I think that's at that point where I get my satisfaction. Will it be long term? We'll see. But
I think that's my biggest worry for that game. Like I think about Apex Legends, which is a game that I would absolutely say I prefer over Fortnite, but I stopped playing it because like nobody's going to watch me play Apex Legends. So I can't keep spending on that game, and I don't have as many people that play with me, and those types of games are obviously more fun when you play with people. Like I love playing Valkyrie in Apex Legends, and like it's funny because that's who was what's her face from Ghost of Yotei. So I don't know. I wonder if this is a game that we're all going to play for a week or two because it's free and we can try it out, and then we're like, oh, okay.
Yeah. At the very least, I hope it doesn't go like the control universe shooter, Firebreak, where I'll play it for a couple hours and forget about it.
Yeah, but like with these type of free to play games, like they're unfortunately a dime a dozen. Like I'll tell you one thing. There's a game called Frag Punk that I played at Summer Game Fest in 2024.
Heard good things.
And yeah, and I keep seeing them tweet and everything, but I don't know a single person that plays it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So I just wonder how that game will survive.
Yeah.
But it could be a thing where it's got like a big like Asian market. Because I know that like the devs are from somewhere over there. And I could see that. I mean, you can have just one market love it and it can live on, you know?
Well, if the gameplay loop is truly fun and unique as like it's being described, I think that can help it have staying power, because right now the live service market is kind of like saturated with stuff, but it's like specific niches like hero shooters, you got Marvel Rivals, and Overwatch, extraction shooters, you got Arc Raiders, and you're gonna see how Marathon will do, you know. But those are very, very narrow in what they do. You know, Werewolves Meat has its own niche as this huge kind of do everything open world action game. So if this slots into something more like not quite Deadlock, not quite, you know, Apex, maybe giving people that fix for Titanfall and something that's not like a straight up PvP game, something a little more different. I think that could be the key, like the raid stuff. I think that could be the key to hooking people who may not necessarily, you know, be interested or may be burned out from like typical hero shooters. Like I know a lot of rival players in particular are kind of over the ranked system, you know, just in just the 6v6 stuff in general. So something that's more like a cooperative experience, I think would definitely potentially hit.
Yeah, I hope it, like, I really do hope it's more cooperative than PvP, because I don't understand how a PvP raid would possibly work.
Yeah.
So I love the idea of it being more co-op, and that's why I've been really enjoying Annihilation, even though it's very mindless. It's not very competitive. You're just really spamming buttons.
Yep.
But like I've just been enjoying like playing the characters and grinding a little bit, and you know, getting my Deadpool to Lord and all that good stuff. So
yeah. I think going forward, I would love to see more those cooperative multiplayer experiences. I know that there's supposed to be a Marvel MMO on the horizon, but not for a bit. But it's definitely something that's in the pipeline, and I think there's definitely a market for, you know, more stuff like that. People don't want to sweat against other people all the time, especially in a team-based game where, you know, that's been the most frustrating thing when you're relying on your team and your team is, you know, you have teammates that are selling you. Like it's just not fun. Like it's not a fun experience. Whereas PvE, more of a PvE thing where you have like carry potential, that more so appeals to me. Like I think that's why I enjoy, you know, like looter shooters, because there's typically more carry potential in those type of games. So hopefully this, because there's actual gear apparently in High Guard, so that's what makes me really curious what the fuck they're cooking over here. I think it's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to it. All right. I'm gonna wrap it up because I have to record a video for tomorrow and get some sleep because I am tired. But
I feel that I'm gonna go watch the last few minutes of this football game.
Yep. Appreciate you. I'll see you tomorrow for launch of the Game of the Year High Guard. Appreciate everyone hanging out. We'll hopefully be back next week to tell you how amazing High Guard is, or how it's Concord too. We'll find out. We'll find out. Hopefully nothing else insane happens in the world while we're away. Thank you all for the continued support. Sit out the gamer.
I am not Casual Avenger.
Zip it up and zip it out. Peace my naysayers.
Monster!